For nearly 80 years, people have searched mountains, dug through forests, scanned underground tunnels, and spent millions of dollars chasing a secret that may not even exist. Some believe it's the greatest hidden treasure in modern history. Others think it's nothing more than a legend. But one question refuses to disappear. Where did the missing treasure train go? According to eyewitnesses, as World War II was coming to an end, a heavily guarded, armored train vanished somewhere beneath the mountains of what is now southwestern Poland. It was said to be carrying an unimaginable fortune. Gold, jewels, rare artwork, secret military documents. Some even claimed the treasure was worth billions of dollars in today's money. Yet despite decades of searching, nobody has ever proven where that train went, or if it was ever real at all. But here's the strange part. The mystery didn't begin with treasure. It began with fear. It was early 1945. The war in Europe was collapsing. Cities burned. Entire armies were retreating. Every day, more territory was being lost. As Allied forces pushed deeper into German-controlled land, panic spread through military headquarters. Anything valuable had to disappear before it could be captured. Gold stored inside banks, priceless paintings taken from museums, rare artifacts collected during the war, boxes filled with confidential military records. According to multiple post-war testimonies, large amounts of these valuables were loaded onto special armored trains, designed to transport military cargo safely through dangerous territory. Most of those trains reached their destinations. One apparently didn't, or at least nobody ever saw it again. The story centers around a region known today as Lower Silesia, in southwestern Poland. If you've ever looked at this area on a map, it doesn't seem unusual. Quiet forests, rolling hills, small towns. Nothing that suggests one of history's greatest treasure mysteries could be hiding beneath your feet. But underground, it's a completely different world. Beneath these mountains lies an enormous network of tunnels, unfinished bunkers, hidden chambers, and secret construction projects built during the final years of the war. Some passages stretch for miles, others simply end in solid rock, as if builders were ordered to stop without warning. Even today, not every tunnel has been fully explored, which raises an unsettling question. If a train really disappeared, could it still be down there, waiting, hidden beneath layers of rock for nearly 80 years? The first major clue appeared only after the war ended. Local residents began telling investigators strange stories. Several claimed they had seen a heavily guarded train entering a tunnel, but never coming back out. Others described hearing explosions echo through the mountains shortly afterward. Some believed the tunnel entrances had been deliberately sealed. At first, authorities dismissed these stories as rumors. After all, Europe was filled with chaos. Memories were unreliable, fear distorted facts. But as more witnesses shared remarkably similar accounts, the legend refused to die. Then another piece of the puzzle emerged. Decades later, researchers studying old wartime documents discovered references to massive underground engineering projects in the same region. Construction maps, supply records, railway connections, ventilation systems, everything pointed toward one conclusion. Someone had invested enormous resources beneath these mountains. But why? Military headquarters, weapons factories, emergency shelters, or something designed to hide what could never be recovered? Treasure hunters soon became obsessed. Year after year, teams arrived carrying maps, metal detectors, drilling equipment, and ground-penetrating radar. Most left empty-handed, but every failed expedition only made the legend stronger. Because if nothing was there, why did so many people keep searching? Some spent decades chasing the mystery. Others invested their life savings. Many walked away convinced they had been only meters from discovering something extraordinary. Then, in 2015, everything changed. Two independent treasure hunters made an announcement that exploded across international headlines. They claimed they had detected the outline of a long, armored object buried deep beneath the ground. According to them, it matched the exact dimensions of a military train. News crews from around the world rushed to the site. Experts arrived. Government officials became involved. For the first time in decades, people genuinely believed the mystery was finally about to be solved, but they had no idea. The biggest surprise was still waiting beneath the mountain. The announcement spread across the world almost overnight. Television crews arrived. Journalists filled the nearby town. Historians, engineers, and treasure hunters all gathered in one place. For decades, the story of the missing treasure train had been dismissed as little more than a wartime legend. Now, people believed they were standing above one of history's greatest discoveries. The two treasure hunters claimed that ground-penetrating radar had revealed the outline of an object. Nearly 100 meters long, the shape appeared unusually smooth, metallic, and perfectly positioned beneath an old railway line. To many people, there was only one explanation. The missing train had finally been found, but not everyone agreed. Some geologists argued the radar images could easily be explained by natural rock formations. Others believed abandoned mining tunnels were creating misleading reflections. Suddenly, the mystery became even bigger. Was this really the discovery of the century, or were millions of people chasing another illusion? Despite the skepticism, the excitement became impossible to ignore. Polish authorities approved a controlled investigation. Heavy machinery arrived. Survey teams marked the ground. Security was increased. For weeks, the entire world waited. Every shovel of dirt seemed to bring humanity closer to an answer that had remained hidden since World War II. Then, the digging began. Layer after layer of earth was removed. Experts carefully examined every section. Radar equipment was used again. Measurements were checked repeatedly. But something wasn't right. The deeper they searched, the less convincing the evidence became. And finally, the announcement nobody expected arrived. There was no train, no treasure, no hidden railway, nothing. The excavation ended without finding a single piece of evidence proving the legendary train had ever been there. For many people, that should have been the end of the story. Instead, it only created another mystery. If the radar was wrong, why had it shown such a convincing shape? And why did so many independent witnesses describe almost identical events decades earlier? The deeper historians looked, the stranger the story became. Recently declassified wartime documents confirmed that enormous amounts of gold, artwork, and valuables really did disappear during the final months of the war. Entire collections vanished. Bank reserves were never recovered. Priceless paintings simply disappeared from official records. So even if the famous train never existed, the missing treasure certainly did. Which raises another question. If it wasn't hidden inside a train, where did it go? Some researchers believe the treasure was divided among several smaller transports to confuse investigators. Others think it was hidden inside secret underground warehouses instead of railway tunnels. A few historians even argue that the train story itself may have been deliberately created to distract people from the real hiding places. If that's true, the world's attention has been focused on the wrong mystery for nearly 80 years. Then there's Project Riese. Hidden beneath the Owl Mountains is one of Europe's largest unfinished underground construction projects. Massive tunnels, gigantic chambers, concrete hallways disappearing deep into solid rock. Even today, experts still don't know the full purpose of this enormous complex. Some believe it was meant to become a military headquarters. Others think it was intended for underground weapons production. And of course, many believe it became the perfect place to hide priceless treasure. The problem is, large parts of Project Riese remain unexplored. Flooded tunnels, collapsed passages, and unstable rock make complete exploration almost impossible. Meaning that if something truly was hidden there, it may still be waiting in darkness. Perhaps that's why this mystery refuses to die. Not because anyone has found proof, but because nobody has found proof that it didn't happen either. Every few years, another witness comes forward, another old map appears, another radar scan makes headlines, another team believes they're only days away from solving the mystery. And every time, the story begins again. Maybe the greatest treasure isn't gold at all. Maybe it's the mystery itself, because mysteries survive where certainty ends. The missing treasure train has inspired books, documentaries, scientific investigations, and countless expeditions. Yet after nearly 8 decades, the most important question remains unanswered. Did a train loaded with unimaginable riches really disappear beneath these mountains? Or has the world been chasing one of history's greatest legends?